The Rabid Racoon, our Drake Corsair, was on its way to Microtech L1 Lagrange Point to help combat a Xenothreat attack on Jericho Station, a UEE shipyard currently home of the Aegis Javelin, the UEE Warhammer. But this was in PTU and kind of a stress test of the event now that persistent wreckage exists within the game. The experience we'd have here is maybe not what you were expecting coming into this video, but it was its own kind of adventure full of adversity, and it was just nice to be back aboard the Rabid Racoon after a few weeks away. Of course, it wouldn't be an episode of Life Aboard without the correct attire. After gathering my crew uniform from my room, I would be heading aboard the station to meet up with the crew for the day. We'd be joined by regular Cyrus as well as Vlaz and Chief. There was a problem in PTU at this time that meant if you had a mission active, you lost your party markers for friends, and so we were picking up chem lights to help identify each other while off the ship.
You only get one at a time? Oh my god.
Soon enough though, we were ready to depart.
Let's go out into dead space with no camera right now.
Cyrus had just arrived at the station and we were planning to pick him up at a nearby pad, but we'd run into a big problem immediately. Okay, now I don't have a marker for you, Cyrus, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge to you.
3,500 meters.
Port side, would you?
Thank you.
What did you fly in?
Cutter?
I'd go take care of that.
Should have a red nose.
Ooh.
Target that one.
What the hell? I have a crime stat. What the hell did I just get a crime stat for?
Failure to comply.
What? That's so weird. The crime stat was the least of our worries though. And also the ship is behaving very, very strangely. What the hell? We just lost an engine!
Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea what just happened, but we're gonna have to land again, obviously. So, without any kind of feedback at all, we lost an entire engine and wing from the ship. We didn't see an impact or hear an explosion, but it was gone. The ship can't fly right now. We needed to land, but in this state, the ship's thrust is extremely unbalanced and almost unflyable. Vlaz would have an idea to get us started though.
So maybe cut starboard engines, because they're basically thrusting you to the left.
Like turn them off, right? As a
Correct.
component, okay.
And see if we can move forward or move some way.
See if that's any better. That is still pretty bad. Maybe it's better, I don't know. I am not a great pilot, even in a working ship, but Chief has much more experience with this and would offer to take over.
You want me to try to fly it, Katie? I've had it several times where this issue's come up with
Please,
me.
because this is uncontrollable.
Okay.
Yeah, and Chief, you do have my party marker, right?
Let me get the seat real quick.
Chief's approach here would be slow and careful, applying very gentle thrust to avoid the uncontrollable spinning that resulted from vertical or forward thrust. But occasionally the ship would still fight back.
Calm down, calm down.
Yeah, when it starts with that starboard turning, it picks up so quick. And apparently Cyrus had had a similar experience during this PTU patch.
Sounds like the same thing happened to you that happened to me. Like you just impacted some invisible nothing.
Yeah, like
and
it was,
damage.
but I didn't even hear an explosion or anything. It was like it was just gone. And the current run of the event would actually end during our slow maneuver back to the landing pads. I was in this experience. Chief was making solid progress though. Chief, you are doing it. Considering how bad the state the ship is in, you're doing an amazing job here. Landing though would be its own challenge, with gravity kicking in but being unable to apply much vertical thrust.
Register, so that's
Yeah, it's gonna kick a bit.
a little bit further forward, I think.
Ooh, those vertical thrusts, oh my god. Oof. Okay, now, cut now. There you go. Oh, good work,
sweet.
Chief, good work.
Good job, Chief. You saved the ship.
You did, you really did. So I jumped back into the pilot seat to get some repairs underway. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there it
There
is.
we go. But there was still the crime stats to deal with.
But it didn't send you to prison, did it?
No, crime stat 1.
Yeah, I don't. Well, see, here's. Do you have your flight suit and everything?
Oh yeah. Good point. We all had crime stat 1, which can now be paid off in stations without attracting hostility. You see that? Can you see the pad 1
yeah.
text? What's my charge? Failure to comply. Weird, but okay. With the crime stats cleared, we returned to the Rabid and figured we would now finally be ready to get in on the next Xenothreat run. We will have a little better luck this time. Gotta be very careful moving away from this station, I think. But as I applied throttle, an unwelcome feeling. Still got it's still veering to one side when I apply thrust. In a strange twist, for Cyrus the ship had never even looked damaged at all, and for him the thrust was behaving normally, so we got him to land and we would try more repairs. Try another repair. Processing. Did someone else do it? Someone else hit them?
Negative.
I have the menu up for it, but they're all processing.
Wait, is it just that lagged like the first repair? Like there's still...
Maybe. And Cyrus did have his own problems as well.
Oh no! I have to go on another quest for boots.
Yes, you're just too tall, Cyrus. Storing and recalling the ship was the only option, but the hangars at Mikkel 1 were littered with wreckage. I guess we need to go to a hangar on a station. Trustler seems like a good idea. They didn't do a brilliant job of repairing it.
Oh, wow.
So for now at least we'd be leaving Mikkel 1 and heading over to Microtech itself. Not a very long journey, but Port Trustler would likely have cleaner hangar space, and so more likely for us to be able to land without further problems. I'm going to see what the repair status is right now here. Still processing, holy shit. And at the ASOP terminals, someone had demonstrated another creative use for persistent items. It's a very creative use of pairs, right?
Hot dogs.
And on spotting a medical box at the terminals, Flash just decided that it was coming with us.
Taking this with us. I don't know.
Someone's mission box. Just...
Yeah.
Wing looks fine to me now. Now, we were expecting Trustler to be clear of wreckage, but Cyrus would spot a small piece in this very hangar.
See where there's a piece of debris on the ground in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Not big, but...
Oh. Okay.
At least we can see it this time.
Oh. Pez! Pez!
Holy. What?
Someone crashed a whole Corsair into our... and an MSR.
Think you can just nudge it?
Well, I'm gonna try and thread this out. Hopefully, maybe.
Use the blue version too.
Wow.
Nice.
God damn. We'd cleared the obstructions at the hangar door, but this kind of thing I feel is going to be a real problem when 318 goes live. How tight that had to be, you know, you had to kind of keep checking the sides, and now, finally, we might actually be in business. So at last we were starting the jump to Jericho Station, and all set to kill some Xenothreat and protect the Javelin.
After the rest stop before heading out.
Okay, check for anything nearby, any Idris or anything. There was no immediate threat at Jericho Station itself, so we'd push out further to the supply convoy that had been destroyed by Xenothreat, and sure enough, there were enemy ships running amok. That target that just got pinned wasn't even the target I had selected. What the hell?
Stop engaging.
For this test of the event, it felt like performance was really bad. There we go, he's gone. The frame rate in this place is... Are you guys having the same problem?
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't run Xenothreat in a long time, so it's hard to say if it's a result of pairs or just the event, but frame rates were noticeably worse. This is PTU though, and things like this are kind of the reason for the test to begin with.
Got a surprise for ya!
Go on down.
Vlad was in the good side turret and doing a great job.
We're engaging.
Bring it down. Got 3 ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hard kill it at this point.
Ooh, wow.
Go.
Yeah, we gotta watch them.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Oh my god. It's close.
bro.
The wrecks of the supply convoy were out here though, and with 2 of our crew in full armor, they'd be well suited to go aboard. Do any of you want to board one of these wrecks? How's that looking now?
We can line up right there.
The cargo bay doors were open. This was a sign that someone had already been here, but there may still be supplies to collect.
Be careful.
According to mission markers, there is someone else in there. Just be aware.
Yeah, it's possible that it's already been cleaned out. Ideally, you want to find the ones where the doors are still closed. So this first wreck had nothing to collect. We'd have to move on to another, but the thought of just going back to Jericho to wait for an Idris did cross my mind. Like, to be honest, given how buggy this is, our best bet for like doing something interesting might be to literally hang around Jericho and wait for Idris to show up. We'd face a few more targets on the way.
Engaging.
Corsair, too.
What I like to see.
But soon we'd find another wreck.
This one still has the tanks nearby. Open. I can
Doors
see.
open, but we should probably go and check to see if there's anything in it. I'm actually going to just leave us over here, I think. So Vlad and Chief once again set out to board the wreck, while Cyrus and me kept watch.
Zoom down. Got some canisters here. They have the green outer, but they grow, what is it, orange or yellow?
There were still some supplies on board, but at this point in the event, they were not the right kind of supplies to fulfill the mission requirements. Once again, more targets.
Engaging. Slippery one.
None at 5, I think?
There it goes.
And we found another wreck, but they all start to look the same after a time. This looks like the wreck we've already been to, I'm not sure. Oh no, maybe it isn't. Because it doesn't have the tanks underneath it, so I guess this could be a fresh one. Let's go take a look at the doors in there.
There's fighting happening about 4K out.
Okay.
Oh, I missed time that jump.
Once again, the doors were open and the bay was empty, but that no longer mattered as the call would come through that the resupply was complete.
Confirmed that the station has all the Xenothreat they need.
Oh, there we go.
Let's hurry up and deliver the rest.
Yeah.
Javelin's been successfully resupplied. Repeat,
Oh, finally.
the
Okay,
Javelin's
let's
been
get back.
resupplied. Thanks
So
for
yeah,
the
someone
hustle.
got it.
So we'd returned to Jericho Station with the promise that it was about to be attacked by an Idris, but that attack would sadly never come. The event was being rolled out in phases, and on this day it was only phase 2 and 3 being run, so maybe that is why progress halted. But regardless of that, I feel like the performance for this event will need a lot of fixing before it is ready to go to live, now that pairs is part of the game. I am confident that CG will get it to a decent state though before we see it again, and I am very much looking forward to taking the Rabid Racoon out for it on better terms. As always, I want to thank all of you at home for watching and all of our amazing patrons who you can see on screen right now. Without these very generous people, none of the videos on the channel here would even be possible, and I am enormously grateful to all of you for that help. If you are thinking of starting Star Citizen yourself, you can use the referral code in the description of this video to gain an extra 5,000 credits when you sign up for a new account. And we will be back with more from the 318 PTU very soon.